It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my lady? Showtime! It's your boss International ZOE. I'm out here, Lima, Peru, in Barranco. It's a sunny day today. Memorial Day for you guys. It's beautiful, man. The sun is gleaming. I definitely got to make it here in a more summer season. Nice day. Got my jacket in case the weather drops for later. It's one of the museums they got over here. Shout out to everybody who watched my video. You know, it's going a little viral, and little dudes is in the WhatsApp group and comments. Listen, do your thing, man. I said what I said. You know, stand by your work. And there's no beef between older and younger guys. I'm just doing my part. Anybody knows, as growing up in this world, you got older people. Them could have been your parents, aunts, uncles, mentors. They're a little more wise. They see things a little different. They see what's ahead, and they only try to warn you. You know, as a young person, you'd be like, man, they don't know what they're talking about. That ain't gonna happen to me. That ain't true. You know, but then later on, when you get a little younger, you'd be like, damn, they was right. You know, so that's why I still say the things I say. Look at the little graffiti there. That's why I'm gonna say the things I say that I think need to be said for the community. And there's always going to be a group that agrees with me, and there's always going to be a group that's triggered by what I said. When I say triggered, I don't mean triggered in a good way, but I'm still going to stand by my work and say what I feel needs to be said. I'm the big unk. And guess what? If everybody agreed with what I said, then there would be no need for me to say it. So, knowledge, my wisdom, you dig? So it's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my lady? Big Boss International ZOE. I'm just enjoying life, player. Enjoying life, enjoying my time here. You never know when it's up. Only day, sometimes the only thing that matters is today. You know, yesterday is the past, and tomorrow's not promised. But sometimes you just gotta enjoy today. You feel me? You smell me? You taste me? You hear me? I notice that every time I'm in a city now, and there's somebody else in that city, people always ask me, collaborate with them, collaborate with them. Like I collaborated with Jay Rillo, because people was like, collaborate with him, collaborate with him. Then I ran into him, and he said, we should do a collabo, we should do a collabo. My question is, what should we do? Like, collaborate and do what? That's the thing. Like, my collabs was always interviews. Like, if somebody I wanted to interview, I would reach out to them and let them know I wanted to interview them. And they would say, okay, cool. But that would be usually somebody I watch their channel, I know something about, and I got some ideas of questions I want to ask them. You know, whether there was a business owner and I wanted to ask them questions about owning and running a business internationally, or if they were a seasoned traveler, ask what inspired them and their favorite places and so on. But now I see like there's a push for collaborations. And trust me, I'm all with collaborating. But I don't want to do all the heavy lifting. So if you want to collaborate with me, or you want me to collaborate with you, make it make sense. You know, think about what it is that we could do that would be fun and entertaining for the audience, you know? Like the last good collaboration I think I had was interviewing Don Banks. The energy was there. We were in a familiar place to both parties, and we had something in common, you know. We like them pretty girls, you know, and incorporating them into our channel somewhat organically. So we could laugh on that, and we had a good talk about that. But if it's somebody else with a different type of vibe, like when I interviewed Ace, it's a lot of information I wanted to get from a more seasoned YouTuber. That was great. If I interview somebody with a restaurant, got great questions for them. How they do it, what's it like, so on and so forth. Or maybe someone who's been living in a country that I'm visiting for a long time. You know, they've expated there. So I just want the collaborations to make sense, or be creative, or bring something to the table. I don't want to just collaborate for the sake of collaborating. Like, I don't mind meeting, you know, having a drink, having a meal, or something like that. But it would be good if the person, I mean, maybe they don't want to collaborate with me either. It's just sometimes not a crowd. I see the audience says, maybe they watch the other guy as well, and they're like, oh, y'all should collaborate, y'all should collaborate. I'm cool with that. Just, you know, give me an idea of what we should collaborate on, so it's entertaining and it makes sense. Not just because they see two YouTubers that they watch on the screen together. Like the Mentuition interview, it was cool, but there's a reason why it wasn't as good as the Don Banks interview or collaboration. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was on both sides. It wasn't well thought out, and there wasn't a theme to the collaboration. It wasn't like, let's do this. You know, like, think about the two YouTubers. Think of maybe what they have in common, or what they're total opposites, and how could it make sense, right? Even when I collaborated with Austin, it was like a more older seasoned gentleman kicking it with a younger guy, trying to give him some jewels, you know? So let's make it make sense when we talk about collaboration, you know? Let's make it make sense. That's what I want to say in regards to that. I'm all for it. You know, I haven't done too many haircut interviews or something. Even with that, like, okay, a perfect collaboration, right? That would make sense, that I thought about. Shout out to Fresh. But everybody know Fresh. You know, he holding on to them braids and that hair. But we know, you know, it's coming to a point where he's gonna need to cut that off. And that would be a cool collaboration for me and him, to be somewhere and he's be like, I'm finally letting the hair go, y'all. Yeah, I know, you know, I got a receding hairline. Boom, boom, boom. And there's no knock. I ain't trying to be funny or knock Fresh. Fresh is actually, to me, one of the coolest brothers that I met in the YouTube space. He's always been cool, always been kind, always been generous and authentic. So in no way am I trying to diss Fresh. You know, I respect him, I respect his work, and I fucks with him basically. But I would think, okay, a cool collaboration would be like, all right, I'm gonna let ZOE cut my shit off. I'm finally gonna let it go. I'm gonna rock the baldy. You know, I don't know if he would ever do that, but that would be like a conceptual collaboration for me to pull out my clippers, you feel me? And bring something to the table that I'm known for, you know? Everybody know I'm a barber, and I know the channel started with Barber World TV. So that's what I'm saying, like, let's try to make these collaborations make sense, you know? Make sense, that's all I'm saying. It's not that I don't want to collaborate, and I've done lots of collaborations with people, interviewed people, but it's kind of getting boring, the interview thing. So we need to do something more creative. And if the other content creator has a creative idea, that would be dope. That would be super dope. So that's what I wanted to say in regards to that. And look at this, man. I like it, it's beautiful, man. This is what it could look like on the days that it's clear. Of course, it's not always clear, but man, oh man, look at the greenery. They got palm trees and everything. They're actually building this city out to be a wonderful city. They're actually building it out to be a wonderful city. It feels good. Had some soup earlier today, trying to get better. Maybe it was the weather change that got me a little under the weather. I was out here in the morning walking. The season changed, it's been pretty chilly. Or I was around somebody who was sick and they passed it on to me. Either way, overall, I'm doing good. I'm okay. And yeah. International Zizzo for the Shizzo. One.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?